Hello, it's travel season, and one of the things that we get a lot of questions about is how do you travel with your kids, especially young kids, on an airplane? We travel quite a bit. Our family really loves to do that, and to be quite frank, we're pretty spoiled. So we do a lot of trips, and we've done a lot of trips with our kids at a young age. This is Avery, and my oldest, and her first flight was when she was 3 years old. And to get ready for the flight, we made a little book and talked about everything, like saying it's going to be loud and things like that, kind of prepare her beforehand. But then we really tried to make it as smooth and as seamless as a process as possible getting ready to travel. So here's a couple different tips for you when you are going to be taking a flight. So first things first, the packing and getting ready early, it makes a big difference. Okay, you want to have your bags packed a couple days ahead of time to make that night before and the morning of or the day of your flight as stress-free as possible. This is for you, Dad, because your wife is probably packing up everything else and getting everything else ready like it is in our family, and you want to make it as stress-free as possible. So it starts before you guys leave. The second thing is that when you get to the airport, you really want to have your kids kind of tired and kind of hungry and kind of off of media, okay, and off of the phones and stuff like that. So the drive to the airport, no phones, no screens. When you get to the airport, you want them to be a little tired to wake them up early, or you want them to be hungry. So no eating before you get on the plane. Why? Well, because when you get on the plane, and now you have something to do, right? You can have a snack, you can watch something. It just makes your life a lot easier. But then when you get to the airport, okay, when you get to the airport and you're waiting in line after you get through security, so warn the kids, hey, look, so we're gonna have to go through security and you're gonna walk through these things. Just do what they tell you to, and just smile and be polite, right? So then when you get on the plane, or when you're here, or when it's time to get on the jetway, what you do is Dad, you or Mom, whoever is easier, you take the baby, you take the kids, and you tell the people at the desk, you say, hey, look, we want to be one of the last people that are getting on this flight. Why? Because what's going to happen. There's going to be a long line of people there, and the kids are just going to be more time confined in a small space. So when they're really young, this really helps out. So then what you do is, you wait with the kids, waiting off, and you send your wife in, and when she's down there on the plane, what are you doing?
Hey, so I get my antibacterial wipes out. I get to our seats, get all of our bags, everything settled in, and just kind of wipe down the tray tables, wipe down the seat belts and the armrests, and just kind of get the seats ready. You don't want your kids to be on the plane first. Just get the space ready, and then the kids can come on in a few minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and then so after the nesting is done and everything is set, then you're one of the last people on the plane. They close the doors, and then you can say, all right, good. Now we can start with the snacks and start with the the movies and stuff like that, and it's fun. So and if the kids are crying and they're upset, hey, people understand. Kids don't like being confined, and it can be kind of hard. And then the last thing is about kind of plane etiquette. When you've got kids, you don't want to be that family, but you may have to be. You may have to let the kids have to cry, and that's okay. That's just reality. But again, they should be wearing headphones. No negotiating. You just tell the kids, hey, if you want to watch a show, you're going to have to wear headphones. If they're kicking the seats, oh, I'm so sorry. Try and be aware of those things. When you're older and your kids are older, okay, you want to make sure that you're showing some grace to those other kids of those small families, and just smile. Just have a good time. All right, well, hopefully taking a flight is a nice way to start off your vacation, and thank you very much, guys. Bye-bye.